Episode 5, Kin, is pretty special to me since it connects all the mainline properties of the Last of Us franchise, Part 1, Part 2, and the prequel left behind with the show. I'll save the Part 2 details for the end and we'll start the breakdown with some side-by-side comparisons.
We'll set up camp there, cross in the morning.
Good. I'm starving. Should have stolen 2 rabbits.
We can get our own rabbits.
You gonna teach me how?
I know, I am too.
I read everything I could in the school library. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, Jim Lovell.
Hey,
you know who my favorite is?
Sally Ride.
I would have wanted to be an astronaut.
Fucking
Matter
right.
of fact,
Yeah.
Best astronaut name
Can you
ever.
imagine being up there all by yourself? Would have been cool. I'm just saying.
It'll work, right?
How will
The
they do it?
vaccine.
do what?
Well, I reckon it's a lot more complicated than that. Marlene, she's a lot of
hurt.
things, but
No,
she's
no,
no
probably
fool.
just
If she says they can do it,
Draw
they
some
can do
blood,
it.
it don't hurt. Are you all right?
I'm trying to learn how to whistle.
You don't know how to whistle?
Does it
You
sound
don't
like I know how to whistle?
Sound like
So that made electricity?
Yeah. Don't ask me, I don't have a
Right
clue.
there's a hydroelectric power plant.
You know, you could have just made something up. I would have believed you.
It uses the river's movement and turns it into electricity.
Let's do that.
Look, I know what it is, I don't know how it does it.
We're looking for any trouble, we're just passing through.
Don't even think about reaching for your
Drop
weapon.
the
Tell the
gun.
girl to drop hers now.
Ellie,
What's your
as the
name?
lady says.
Hey.
Joel.
Please tell me you're lost.
Oh, we didn't know the place was occupied. We're just trying to make our way through.
Through to where?
You're all right.
Wait, you know these people?
You know him. He's my goddamn brother.
Tommy!
Shit.
What the fuck you doing here? I came here to save you.
Hey, buddy. That's Buckley. Not much of a guard dog.
You just bought yourself 10 more
Good to have
seconds.
around.
What are you doing out here?
That's a good boy.
Yeah. You hungry?
Starving.
Maria's character as a whole isn't too far different from the source material, but the manner in which they meet and the development of the settlement in Jackson is far more along than the circumstances they were in during gameplay. One of the beauties of the show is the ability to create the macro and micro relationships between the world and their characters simultaneously as we see Joel unite with Tommy, and at the same time establishing the groundwork for Jackson as a stable encampment.
You draw power from a dam.
Got that working a couple years ago. After that, sewage, plumbing, water heaters, lights.
This place actually fucking works.
We settled here about 7 years ago. Just a handful of us back then. That section was already a gated community, so we built the rest of the wall out from there. Stopped most of the raiding parties, but we still find pockets of them.
You said infected?
Yeah, but usually smaller colonies. Wandered off from the cities. All this open country out here,
Infected though,
it's
right?
turkey shoot.
So are you like in charge?
No one person's in charge. I'm on the council, democratically elected, serving 300 people, including children. Everyone pitches in, we rotate patrols, food prep, repairs, hunting, harvesting.
Everything you see in our town, greenhouses, livestock,
Thought I'd find
all
you in
shared.
Jackson.
Collective
Trying to
ownership.
bring the plant back to life.
So, communism.
Nah, it ain't like that.
It is that, literally. This is a commune. We're communists.
Get a run again.
No way. That's our newest one. Couple months old. You want to pet her?
Yeah, what's your name?
Let me look at you.
Doesn't seem like you aged much.
You, on the other hand.
You're fucking old.
So you know where they might be?
Won't happen
These
to you,
fireflies?
Well, they got a
There's this
base
lab there.
down at the University of Eastern
All
Colorado.
the way
It's
out,
severely
University
fucked
of
up
Eastern
between here and
Colorado.
there. Not exactly an easy trip.
It'll be easy for us.
Yeah, I can't go.
Oh, come on. I made it across the country. The two of us can make it from here to Colorado.
After I ditched the Fireflies, Marie and her crew found me. They're good people. Joe, I'm
Those
gonna...
things I did, Tommy, those things that you judge me for. I did those things to keep us alive.
We did those things. They weren't things.
You want some gear?
We murdered people.
Sure.
And I don't judge you for it.
But I ain't taking that girl off your hands.
We survived the only way we knew how.
This is how you gonna
There
repay
were
me,
other
huh?
ways.
Repay you.
For all those goddamn years I took care of us.
Just because life stopped
That's
for
what you
you,
call it? I got nothing but
Doesn't mean it has to stop for me.
Survived because of me.
It wasn't worth it.
Go grab some supplies and get your hair in the morning.
We ain't back in Boston. You lay your hands on me again, it won't end.
She's immune.
She's immune.
Immune to what?
What?
Ellie.
I know. I've seen her breathe
got
enough
infected,
spores
but she
to take
didn't
down
get
a
sick.
dozen men. No,
Tommy.
I wouldn't have believed
Tommy.
it either.
I saw her get bit myself. That was months ago. Months.
All right.
She's immune.
I'll bite. Why bring her here?
Listen, hey, are you hurt?
No.
God damn it. I need to talk to you.
I'll take her out at dawn.
Absolutely not. You tell him to go find somebody else. Do you have any idea how many men we lost?
They do omit how bad things have gotten between Joel and Tommy. A small change to their interactions don't really alter the plot in any way, so I can appreciate them using the screen time to develop a more dynamic relationship between the two.
Tommy saw the world one way, I saw it.
Delusional.
That's why he joined the fire.
Of course, last I heard he quit the Fireflies too.
For a while, but just like Tommy, he had been.
So now he's on his own out there, and
How was it? Last time you saw him.
I gotta go get him.
I believe his last words to me were, "I don't ever want to see your goddamn face again."
But the confrontation between Ellie and Joel is pretty spot on.
Is this really all they had to worry about?
Boys, movies, deciding which shirt goes with which skirt.
Which skirt?
It's bizarre.
It's bizarre.
Get up. We're leaving.
And if
Listen,
I say no,
Why are you here?
Do you even realize
I came here
what
to
your
talk
life
to you.
means?
No, why are you still here?
Huh?
If you're gonna ditch me, ditch me.
Running off like that, putting yourself at risk? It's pretty goddamn stupid.
What exactly did you
well,
hear?
I guess we're both disappointed with each other then.
I have to leave her, you have to take her.
Admit that you wanted to get rid of me the whole time.
You know, I stood up for
Tommy
you
knows
today
this
because
area
I thought,
better than- Well, I'm sorry. I trust him better than I trust myself.
Stop with the bullshit.
I made this
What are you
decision
so
for your own
afraid
good.
of? That I'm
You're
gonna
way
end
better
up
off
like
with Tommy.
Sam? I can't get infected.
He knows the area better than I do.
do you give a shit about me or not?
Of course I do.
Then what are you
Seem
so
to be doing
afraid
all right
of?
so far.
And now you'll be doing even better with Tommy.
I'm not her, you know.
I'm not her, you know.
What?
Maria told me about Sarah.
Maria told me about
No.
Sarah.
Ellie?
And
You are treading on some
Don't say another
mighty
word.
thin ice here.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel.
I'm sorry
I've
about your
lost
daughter,
people,
Joel.
too.
You have no idea
I've lost
what
people,
loss
too.
is.
You have no idea what loss
Everyone
is.
I have cared for has either died
Everybody I
or
have
left
cared
me.
for has either died
Everyone
or left me.
fucking except for you.
Everybody fucking except for you! So don't tell me that I'd be
would
safe with somebody else, because the truth is, I would just be more scared.
You're right.
You're right.
My daughter.
You're not my daughter.
And I sure as hell ain't.
And I sure as hell ain't your dad.
We are going our separate ways.
Now come down.
Get it together. We're not alone.
We're going our separate ways. Tommy.
Let's go.
Okay.
University, Eastern
General
Colorado.
direction?
Head southeast till you hit I-25.
It's in the science
It's right off the interstate.
Looks
Should
like
be hard to
a
miss.
area. You can't miss it.
It's a place for you here. Both of you.
Place for you here.
Counting on it.
Adios, big brother.
Adios, little brother.
Joel and Ellie do make up and head to the college together. They don't really spend much time there at the university, but that's pretty understandable seeing how there really wasn't that much going on outside of some unique dialogue.
When I was a
about
kid, I
you?
wanted to be a singer.
What do you want to be?
Why is that funny?
Well, when I was a kid, I used to want to be.
You gotta sing something now.
No,
Come on now, I'm not gonna laugh.
you're already laughing.
Yeah, okay,
up.
Joe.
So serious.
Sing
Well,
something.
you're singing for me later.
Come on, I won't
I'm gonna
laugh.
save the fucking world, man. That's the least you can do for me.
Please.
Fair enough.
Aw, are those monkeys?
Are
Yeah,
those
a whole
monkeys?
mess of them.
Must be from the old labs.
Look at them go.
First time seeing a monkey?
That was
First
kind
time
of
seeing a
awesome.
monkey.
First time seeing a monkey?
First time seeing a monkey. Hey, look,
Look at
fireflies.
See it.
This is Good. First sign of fireflies.
Here we go.
There's a packing list. Something you make before moving.
They just left.
Nothing useful.
And I'd me with a bunch of medical mumbo jumbo.
Maybe not all of them.
I don't get it.
Looks like they all just packed up and left in a hurry.
Maybe not all.
Stay close. At least it ain't clickers.
Well, at least it ain't clickers.
Fireflies either.
Yeah, no fireflies either.
Well, maybe in all that research.
Maybe in all that research they turned into fucking monkeys.
Let's keep searching, we'll find something.
You do, however, find a bit more backstory in the game as you get to uncover some letters from the students and some recordings explaining the monkeys and where the fireflies went.
Big question is, what do we do with all you guys? They say the tainted batch needs to be put down. You know what I say? I say screw that. Who made a bigger sacrifice than you, right? Anyone deserves to run free out there. Hey, easy! Shit. Oh no. It bit me. Oh my god.
I'm sure glad we didn't mess with them monkeys.
He didn't say where they went.
I know, let's just keep looking.
Inns lead there. Maybe getting ahead of the weather. Better facilities? I don't know.
Come on. Looking for the others. They've all returned to St. Mary's Hospital in Salt Lake City. You'll find them there. Still trying to save the world.
What? Fireflies?
Get down!
Oh!
Joel effectively suffers the same injury we get to see in his signature chokehold, then ending the episode very similarly to the section of the game that closes that particular chapter. This is also the beginning of Left Behind.
They're not following us. I think we're safe.
I think we're safe.
Joel? Joel?
Joel?
Joel, no, no, no! Shit!
Oh, shit.
Joel! Joel? Joel?
Get him, get him, get him. You gotta tell me what to do.
Joel, open your eyes. Open your eyes.
Get up.
Joel, you got...
The show and the game's take on Joel's vulnerabilities are expressed very differently. You barely experience Joel's vulnerability in the game because as a player, we are able to control him, and if you die, you just restart at the closest checkpoint. The heartache that Joel suffers from in the show is a more realistic depiction of the accumulation of trauma he survived.
I swear to God, I get you out of this. You're so singing for me.
You wish.
Also, did anyone notice the camera catching some of the crew in this drone shot? The cinematography in this episode gives off a very Western feel and mimics the vibe of the game while you're playing it very well. And as we get into the part 2 connections, this is your final warning for potential spoilers if you haven't played part 2 yet. The beginning of part 2 is more closely aligned to how developed the settlement is in Jackson. And this is the first time you actually get to see inside the town. Many of the details are pulled directly, like the dining hall, greenhouses, stables, kids playing in the snow, etc. But it was really touching to see that in the show's version, Ellie gets to meet Shimmer at a younger age, setting up the opportunity to watch them grow up together a little. The show references Tommy being able to sharpshoot infected from half a mile away, and Ellie asking him if he can teach her. This goes back to a place in part 2 where Ellie and Tommy are on patrol together, and she gets to use his gun to practice some long-range targets. The entire scope of the Last of Us storyline kind of coalesces here, and it provides a lot more opportunity and freedom to explore many of the smaller branches throughout the games. Because they're all connected from this point forward, time jumps, flashbacks, character arcs can now take a cadence of their own without really having to disrupt the expectations of the fans that know the storyline to proceed in a particular sequence. Granted, they've been doing this to some measure already, but this really allows them to explore the story arcs that you don't really get in part 2. It's kind of like that Avengers moment where they mess with all the timelines and then they go back to go get the Infinity Stones to reverse the effects, thus creating a new timeline. It's kind of like that. But anyway, thanks for watching till the end. As always, I'm super grateful to you for sticking around. Until the next episode, I hope you guys take care of yourselves and each other.